Yes, that's on.
What's up?
What's going on, everyone?
My name is Olu.
And I'm Mona Pink. And we are coming to you live from the TMR, the Mona Royale.
Just let her do the talking. I just have to mouth it. You know what I'm saying?
You play too much. So today's episode, today's topic, we're going to be speaking about personal development. And I got some notes here. Today is going to be a subject that I'm really going to be passionate about talking because it's just something that, I think is very important. So personal development. What is personal development? A lot of people don't know what that is. So I have a definition from the dictionary. Personal development, basically, it refers to the activities that improves a person's talent, potential, employability, consciousness, ability to realize dreams, and create wealth.
Fire.
Why personal development is important? It's important to build the human capital and enhance the quality of life, to the realization of dreams and aspirations. So that's just something that I had, got, a fact, just so we can put that out there.
So dope. Personal development. The first time I actually heard the term personal development was probably in the last maybe like 4 years or so. We've been using personal development. We never really heard the term personal development.
Right.
I think the most exciting part of it was how I was introduced to it. I used to watch my older brother. One of my older brothers used to do a lot of reading, and I used to watch him read. He was personally developing himself. He was, teaching himself. He didn't have to go to school for it or anything like that. He was literally reading, engaging in different material to help uplift his mind, and that got me excited and pushed me to want to do the same things.
Right. So, as for me, the first time I knew about personal development is when I went to a seminar. I was invited out to this big seminar, and I was just hearing leaders, people of high value, speak on, how they got from there to there, how they got from the bottom to the top. And it just really changed my whole perspective on life. I was just blown away, and they basically started speaking about the importance of personal development. That was, and like he said, in the last few years, like in the last 3 to 4 years. Now, when I think about it, the first time I did go to like a personal development, a little session was back when I was in the 10th grade, and I went on a camping trip, and I had went to Massachusetts College, and I heard this man say something that stuck with me till this day, and I use this quote every single day, all the time. I'm like famous for this quote. I have it on my social media. You'll see it. It says, do what you have to do today so you could do what you want to do later. And that really just stuck with me. And I learned that personal development is an $11 billion industry, and that's big. So that just shows you that there's room.
That's a fact.
There's room for all of us.
So some key things about personal development is exactly what it sounds like. It's personal, and you're developing your person. So that person being you. And so the most important person in your life will always be you. You cannot help somebody without having first help yourself. What do I mean by that? I don't mean be selfish. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to develop yourself, work on you, expand your mind, lift your mental, so that when you speak to other people or when you're dealing in business settings or you're trying to engage with others, you can be the best version of yourself for them. You understand what I'm saying?
You put that.
So yeah.
I love how you put that. You know who you are. You are valuable. You know that, you like to feel good. You know that you want others to feel good. And that's basically what it kind of really is. It's not only you feeling good, it's how you can, impact other people's lives. And just like, what is your name synonymous with? Like, for instance, I don't know. This
is the impact she's giving you.
I don't know if you guys know.
This is what personal development does for you.
I don't know if you guys know who Bob Proctor is, but he is synonymous to success and leadership. And what was I speaking about last week? The shift in your paradigm. He's good on that. So when you hear Bob Proctor's name, it's basically it's just relevance of success and people of high value, basically.
It's a fact. There's a few books that stand out to me. One of the books that I read was How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Great
that was
book.
a huge book in my life.
Important book to get. Who was it by again?
It's by Dale Carnegie.
Dale Carnegie. Yep, you better get that book.
Dale Carnegie. How to Win Friends and Influence People. That book opened my eyes to, number one, how to deal with people. We learn so much in school, but they don't teach us how to deal with other people. And social capital is the biggest thing. Humans matter. You feel me? That's the biggest thing going on in the world right now. Land and people. Those are two things that are never running out of style. You feel what I'm saying? So that being said, that book is definitely a big eye opener for many people, especially myself. I read that book, once. I plan on reading it again before the year is up, and it expanded my mind, to be honest with you. It showed me how I could be able to relate to people. Not only relate, understand their circumstances and meet them where they are. And that's what personal development is. That will take you there, to be able to understand people, because we are all different. Yeah. We all have all different ways to communicate. However, there's better ways to communicate, and that's what that book goes into.
And speaking of education, a lot of us spend so much money going to school, and we have to pay about 10% of our money what we make now today. We have to pay it back to student loans and stuff like that. We spend about 30 grand and more on school.
Facts.
How about spending a little bit of money to invest in yourself?
Facts.
Invest in personal development, invest in these books that, we tell you, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, who stole my cheese?
Who moved my cheese?
Who moved my cheese?
Yeah.
Who's that book by again?
No, but we have the book right here. That's
we do.
Spencer Johnson.
Spencer Johnson.
Spencer Johnson.
The 10X Rule, or
by Grant Cardone.
Grant Cardone, The Unemployed Millionaire by Matt Morris. You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. Your First Year in Network Marketing. Stuff like that. Just stuff like that.
Think and Grow Rich by
Yeah.
Napoleon Hill.
So
Huge book to
these
read.
are books
Think
that
and Grow Rich.
these are books that we invest in. Yeah, we invest in these textbooks that we go to school with. And yeah, academics is cool because you getting to learn about history. But what are you gonna do with that history? Are you gonna flip it? Because if you're not going to school to actually be a politician, I'm not even gonna bring it up. But I was listening to something today where they were speaking about the importance of school and how like these history subject and people don't take advantage of that. Like we learn about our ancestors and what they've done and stuff like that. But some of us still do those. Like for example, the word nigger. The word nigger. People are using that as a way to just call each other it, basically. And back in the day, our ancestors were fighting for stuff like that. So if you're not going to use education, you do something else to invest in yourself and level up your mindset and get to where you gotta go.
So I definitely agree. One thing we speak about in our household is the power of words, right? So the more you develop yourself, the more you'll find more words to use. Often growing up, especially from the neighborhoods I'm from, I grew up in the South Bronx, as I mentioned, in some of our early episodes. A lot of people use words, bad words. I'll call them bad words for lack of a better term. F word this, F word that. And when we realize what we speak is what we put into the universe, that all ties into personal development. The more you work on yourself and you start to read more and bump the audios and the podcasts that are going to uplift your mental, you find more words to use without having to curse or use words. So she's definitely right on the money with that. There's words that we just toss around, and it's because we're not developing ourselves. So if we engage in the right wording, meaning we listen to people that are speaking the right ways, then we don't have to use such limited vocabulary to communicate our points.
And he's big on that. I guess you guys always probably, most of the people that's watching this have me on Facebook. They see me always bigging him up. One, I have a bad potty mouth, and he hates it when I curse. So he literally anytime I make a curse, he'll look at me or he'll say something, or he'll probably pluck my lip, but he hasn't done that in a while. He hates when I curse. He says, yo, if you limit your vocabulary to these words, then that's where you always gonna stand. And I big him up because he literally constantly used big words that I don't even understand. But because I went to school, I know how to hear. I know how to use the word. Like if he used the word in the
right, y'all.
If
Listen.
he used the word in the context, I would understand it. But yeah, he's gonna say that I'm smart and all of that. I understand how
she has a wide vocabulary. There's times when with all the personal development that she's enriched herself with in the past few years, she has a lot that she can say. She chooses those words. So my issue isn't that she has a limited vocabulary. My issue is why choose to limit your vocabulary knowing that you know these words. You feel what I'm saying? There's people who just don't have a vocabulary, but you have that. You've developed yourself. You know what I'm saying? So use better words. Speak what you want into existence. Speak positivity so you get it back. And that all ties into this idea of personally developing yourself. You can have the knowledge, but application of knowledge is the biggest key. And that's what anybody will tell you that has success in their life. It's the applying the knowledge, not just having it.
Right, and those are the people that you attract. You attract the people, however you are is who you attract. And that's big, because if you want to be something of importance in life, or someone of importance in life, you speak positive, and you'll create that team of people that can help you grow and uplift you. And that's a very important fact of life, being able to grow with people, lead people, or be in a leadership with people. You don't have to always lead people, always people have just be on the same team as other people, and just level up your mindset just like that. I have some questions for you guys. I want you to answer this.
You guys can drop these in the comments. Let's turn up. Reply in the video. Why not? Reply in the video or drop it in the comments. We got some questions for you. We want you guys to go ahead and definitely answer. Subscribe, like, share, comment.
Right.
All right.
So the people that's still watching this, I know you. I know what you want. I know that you want more. I know you're looking for more. What are you gonna do with that? What are your dreams? What are your goals? What are your passions? What are your skills, and how are you gonna apply that? So that's just just something to think about, and something to reply to right now. What are you really, what value are you impacting on someone else's life?
So these are important questions, and the questions come from the idea that you're working on yourself for a reason. You feel me? They say if you're not growing, you're dying. So if you're not personally developing yourself, then you're not getting anywhere. No one stays still. We either go forward or backward. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, you're still stuck in the same place.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to cut you off. I learned a word.
What word?
I learned inertia.
Inertia? Okay.
Inertia.
Okay.
I learned the word for reading You Were Born Rich, basically what he's saying. No one stands still. It's a science. You don't stay still at all.
Exactly.
We always keep on moving. And if you're going to keep moving a positive vibration.
Exactly. So it's not enough just to leave the people around you that aren't positive. Now that you moved away from negative energy, you have to include positive energy into your life. You have to be able to build yourself up to the point where, okay, either they're going to change right with you for the better, or they're just going to move away from you because you're so personally developed. And that's what you want. You want to attract personally developed people, or people that are interested in developing themselves on a higher note. And one of the audios that stood out to me, as a matter of fact, there's a whole bunch of audios,
right?
But I started bumping Les Brown, and it's a short audio, and it says, "You're gonna make it." Is that the one?
I listen to him all day.
It's like a 15-minute audio. It's like I believe it's called "We're Gonna Make It" or something like that. I can leave it for you guys later. But Les Brown was a big contributor to my expansion of what I could do with myself. Aside from him being a brother of color, he was somebody who people looked at when he was younger, and he wasn't even expected to succeed because he was limited in vocabulary. He didn't build his vocabulary. His mental wasn't built up. So he had all these dreams. That part was cool, but he didn't have the sort of assets to really back up those dreams. You feel me? He developed himself into an asset. You know what I'm saying? So that, listening to him really built me up. It let me know that, all right, you did it, I could do it too. I don't want to be a motivational speaker per se. I want to inspire, but I know that regardless of what anyone says, I'm working on me so much so to the point that I'm going to surpass my goals and hit higher ones.
Right.
You understand?
Visualize your life. Visualize what you want in life. Because literally anything you want, anything you visualize, you could get. I would just, I'll give an example. The person who ever made the chair, whoever made a chair, they basically was tired of sitting on the floor. They was like, I wonder if there was something that can, give my back some posture and my legs to hang. When they made that chair, boom, it was a chair. Then they was like, I wonder if I could put my food on the table or put something on the table. Then they made the table. It's all about visualizing things. Anything that you visualize and anything that, you see in your head, you can feel, and that's just the truth of it all. We just got to keep on believing in ourselves. And it's not only going to, people saying, God going to give me it, or God got me. Yeah, God got you, but what are you going to do to, go ahead and work with God?
Use the tools that God gave you.
Exactly.
So one thing I was talking about, if you follow me on social media, it's OLU_ROYALE. And you'll see one of my captions, I put that pretty much we put on this earth for abundance, and we on the planet Earth where God created, the universe, where there's different things on this planet for us to utilize. And all of these materials have come together to create, like what she's saying. They've made, He gave us the ability of thought. You understand? So it's only right that we improve our thoughts to create. You feel what I'm saying? Use the materials that are on this planet, and that comes from personally developing ourselves. Inventors, all these people are people that have used the gift, that they have developed their minds. You feel what I'm saying? They develop their speech. So when they speak what they're thinking, they create. You
Thomas
understand?
Edison.
Exactly.
He illuminated the world.
And he didn't have the materials in the beginning. The only material he had was thought.
Right.
From thought, he put things together.
The Wright brothers.
Exactly. The Wright brothers created a plane. Everybody was trying to make a plane in that day and age. How were they so successful? It started with a thought.
Right.
And they brought it into a material world. So everybody will want something tangible. All right. We all want something tangible. Tangibility can be traced back to the mindset, thoughts. So you improve your mindset, you'll get the tangible stuff. Exactly. And this won't even matter so much because you'll always have this. So even if you lose this, you'll have this because you worked on yourself.
Exactly.
So I want to leave you with that.
I wanted to actually give a story of a story that I read. It's basically about a guy, a farmer. The farmer basically he was mowing his lawn. He was had a cornfield or something like that, and he was mowing it and stuff like that. And then someone drove by and they thought it was so beautiful. You know, they seen half of it was already mowed, and they was like, "Wow, this is so beautiful." So they just stopped on the side of the road and they watched him do it. So the farmer guy noticed this person watching him. He got off of the car. He got off of his mowing. Just mow lawn thingy, whatever you call it. See, I need to enhance my vocabulary. But anyway, he got off of the mower car thingy and the lawnmower, and he asked the guy, "Hey, what's up?" And the guy said, "Yo, I think this is this is so beautiful what God has given you." And then he was like, he took a deep breath and he was like, "Yeah, God gave it to me, but you should have saw it before." If you understand that. So basically, he had to put in the work to make it beautiful. God gave him a beautiful lawn, but he had to fix it up. So what I wanted to leave you guys with was this is a quote: "Don't wish positive, but expect negative." That's it. Don't think that I got the job, I got this, I got that, but then I might not have it. Don't speak negative into your life. Like I said, thank you guys for tuning in.
Most definitely. We appreciate you. Yet again, another week, you guys are tuned in. Let your friends know, like, share, subscribe, and we're just going to turn up. This is just the beginning, you understand? The Mona Royale, all right? Appreciate you. Peace.